Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we faced off against the mighty Necophobe and it lost painfully. We also have the chance to go and fight Shinryu, the, I'm going to assume, actual strongest monster in the game. But it feels like that the way that you're presented to actually defeat it feels kind of cheap. Basically, you just try to blind it and berserk it and let it try to go nuts and just whittle it down in that time. But I'm not really here for that. I'm here for one more big old fight. Assuming that's all that there is to this now. Oh boy. Am I ready for this? I'm probably not ready for this. It took you long enough, but now you are too late. Finally, it is in my grasp. The greatest power known to man, the power to control the universe, the power of the void. I will crush all who stand in my way. I think I'll begin with your precious friends. I hope you'll enjoy watching your companions be sucked into the void. Stop it! Let them go! And now you two will meet your end, inside the void. Bart, stand up. Dad? Does it? Kelger. Grandpa. Galuf. Enter the Dawn Warriors. Bart, Lena, Ferris, Cryle. We'll hold off the void. You kids take care of Vex Death. The only ones who can save the world from the power of darkness are the Warriors of Light. That's you. Now go! What? Why is the power of the void disappearing? No matter. Take this. Father! Papa! Now, this is it. Take your chance. Destroy X-Death. Onward, Light Warriors. I'm taking this quick opportunity to drop a save state because cutscenes and inevitable deaths. Let's do this. X-Death, you'd better be ready, because here we come. Yeah, were you expecting a giant angry tree screaming out of the void? to be your final boss for this adventure? Because here's a giant angry tree screaming out of the void as the final boss. Oh. There's music. It's a bop. Do the buffins. I wonder if we can... Probably can't berserk it. That'd be silly. Holy. Let's gauge how much damage this will do. 6,000? Yeah, we're doing pretty good, I think. Alright, no additional targets, just swing. What else do I have you do? I don't know, can you doom it? Probably can't. I don't know, we'll keep you on the standby with a rapid fire. Oh man, that's some disgusting damage. Flare. Ooh, good crit. Just spam the ever-loving crap out of some of these spells. Oh, and now we can mimic too with Lina. Yes. And how are you still standing? I know you're the final boss, but Jeebus. That's 10,000 damage right there. X-Death was engulfed by the void. No! Why? The void was mine to control. How could it? I am Neo X-Death. Oh god. There was just a lot of text all of a sudden. This might hurt a little bit. Carl, what do you got that you can cast? Oh god, there's like 5 different parts of its body. I think I'm gonna have Lina start casting the ever-loving crap out of summon spells. Oh, that's a back row one too. Alright. Here's hoping it doesn't do too much harm to me. Almost. Yeah, we got Lina who can super heal, we got Ferris that can super heal. Bart, just keep on crapping out that damage. God, look at all these bosses are actually part of this fight, too. Like, I see Shield Dragon, I see several of the goddamn womanly characters that we definitely fought at some point I don't remember the name of. It's just utter chaos in this thing. And it's yet to do anything. It's just standing there, menacingly. Yeah, nothing's dead yet. Vacuum wave. Come on, kill something this time, Bart. Where on that one? I don't know what the back one does, but it probably does something. Looks like Necophobe does, so I'm assuming the worst. Oh yeah, I definitely could have equipped Ferris with something better. Roga. Oh, it's doing something. I don't know what it's doing, but I don't like it. When something shakes this violently in a old-ass SNES-based era, the laws of the universe mean nothing. The law of my sword, on the other hand, had to have killed something off by now. Jesus. I'm terrible at guessing which, what effects are happening where. Try this bottom one? I think I'll have Ferris try White Wind, though, really quickly, just to paranoidly top myself off. Get countered. Jeez, counter for 10,000 damage. Okay. But one died. We only got the back three left. Rapid fire. God, this violent shaking is a little much. Okay, something else died. We have bottom and the backmost left. Rapid fire. I really should have equipped something better on you. I'm sorry, Ferris. Come on, Bahamut. See if you can finish these suckers off. Something died. Yes, only the back one remains. Yes. Come on. The main body of this beast. Hit it! In the beginning there was only the void, but from the void came four essences. They formed the crystals, and the world was born. Hope blessed the earth. Courage blazed into fire. Care and devotion turned water into the seeds of life. The passion for knowledge spread intelligence and wisdom on the winds. If ever the void threatens to engulf the world, so long as the four essences still exist in man, light will be born anew. The four essences shall arise from the void and weave the light once again. Void's still here. But we beat X-Death. Is it because the crystals are all gone? The world will be engulfed by the void. bless the earth. Courage, light the fires. Devotion, breathe life into the waters. Passion, spread knowledge on the winds. World, it's being reborn. And the crystals as well. There was still power remaining in the crystal shards. Thank goodness. Oh no, Ferris, Kryl. Because you took such good care of the shards. Don't forget yourself, Bart. Or Grandpa. Now, when will return to Tycoon? Correct, my dear. Dad, Grandpa, Father, Papa, Kelgar says it. The world still needs you. It's too early for you kids to be meeting us. Go, return to your world, the one you saved. Grandpa. A letter has arrived. Sid, Mid, how are you? It's me, Kryl. Somehow we made it back. Feels like that fight was just a bad dream. Since then, I've traveled all over. Seems like everything's become peaceful like before. Chancellor of Tycoon seems quite happy. However, Farah seems worried about her pirate crew. Everyone on Ball's worried since they have no heir to the throne. Maybe I'll be queen, as if. Be pretty cool, though. Art went back to his hometown. Not giving up on traveling, but he said he wanted to spend time near his parents before he set out again. Oh, Boko and Coco had children. Baby chocobos are the cutest. It's been a year since then. Lena and Ferris are busy with running Tycoon and all, and Bart is off on another journey. If any of the others happen to ask about me, I'm sure they'll come. Tell them I can't wait to see them again. Wow, you worked so hard, everyone fought well. If Grandpa hadn't saved me back then. Chris says I've been restored and everything's peaceful. For some reason, I'm sad. I guess it's just that since Grandpa died, I've been all alone. You, Grandpa. What are you talking about? You're not alone. We're here with you. Buck up, kiddo. Everyone, you made it. As if there was any doubt. I can forget a friend after we were together for so long. Everyone, you... Tears don't really suit you, Krile. You have to be strong. Calip's laughter at your blubbering, kiddo. Yeah, you're right. He is laughing. Kristoff has regained their power. This time it's up to us to protect them. Like Dad and the others did. Say, do you hear that? Aye, that I do. Grandpa's voice? Nah, just the wind throughout the trees. The rippling of the water? Just the crackling of flames. The settling of the earth. Dunno, not sure what it is, but I can hear it. Yes, something warm. Let's go. And that was Final Fantasy V. Oh man, this was so much better than Final Fantasy IV. Oh man. So good, so fun. There were definitely some bits and bobs where I have my problems with the game. Sometimes it's mechanics, sometimes it's weirdnesses. Like, Alright, let's start with all the positives. The music, fantastic. The sprite work is wonderful. Even on the original SNES version, it looked and sounds fantastic. I love the combat system. I love the job system. In fact, this job system is probably the better done times when they've done the job system. And yes, that's including tactics. I say that mostly because I've not beaten tactics. The plot in that is just too thick for me. I don't care for it. There's a whole lot of political shit. Anyways. And I genuinely like basically all of the characters in this game. And they feel more fleshed out than, to say, pretty much any of the other characters from the previous 4 Final Fantasies. They all have emotions. They all have... It really helps, too, that all the characters, all the main characters anyways, had sprites that depicted emotions besides just the one static sprite that they have where they're just standing around the place. It's that additional bit of character that really brought the game to the forefront for me, you know? And it's wonderful like that. Because it's one thing to just simply read out all the things that your character says and whatnot. It's like, it just feels dull. But if you have a visual, if you have something to provide that additional thing in a video game, a visual medium, then it enhances that mood, that moment. Whether the character is crying, just holding their head down, nodding in agreement, or just being silly. And that was one of the other strong parts about this game. Sure, there's plentiful amounts of actual serious moments in the game. People dying, entire nations being erased. But it doesn't have, or it doesn't shy away from being just a little bit silly, even in some of those dire situations, you know? And no, it's not like weird, straight up Marvel-esque, oh, let's take this situation that something bad just happened and make it awkward. No, it's actual, like, funny shit that kind of tends to happen. A little bit of levity. Not something that just completely takes you right out of every sort of dramatic situation that happens in the game. To that end, though, there are some things that I have a gripe for. Was not a fan of Castle Cornac's explosion bit. That was 10 minutes of sheer panic, even with my knowing that I could just save state with the game and all that fun stuff. If there is one thing that will instantaneously give me anxiety, it's a situation where I know that if I'm not fast enough, I will simply just perish and game over. The other mechanic I absolutely loathe is all the bosses having common drops for stealing. Yeah, common drops for stealing and rare drops for stealing. The reason why is because the common stuff is usually 95% of the time, whereas the rare stuff is anywhere between 3 to 6% of the time you might get. I don't like that as a mechanic when it comes to the bosses. Regular enemies or reoccurring enemies that will appear later on in the adventure, sure, whatever, go nuts. I can grind freaking a buttload of rucks if I really wanted to get certain items. And some of the blue magics requiring you to cast control on something and just kind of hope that you're able to actually do it, that's actually kind of butts too. Like, I wouldn't, if I had gone into this completely, totally, 100% blind, not using a guide, not using maps, I probably would not have gotten as much, I wouldn't have gotten anywhere near as many items as I would have. Because I very much would have pretty much was like, yep, that's monster's terrible, I don't want to fight that. Or I would have spent way too much time trying to steal from everything, you know, like, oh, what's this weapon do? Or is this armor better than that armor? And it makes me realize just how much, if you really want to try to 100% this, that you kind of need to rely on the guide. Like, between all the monsters that you can encounter, all the job shit, special information about some of how the armors and weapons wield, or how they work. That's pretty much my biggest gripe. Going in blind into this game, you are not going to find half the shit that they have hidden. Whether it's because you don't think to go and check out all the pianos or talk to any random other NPCs about your dance skills or songs rather, or even to go necessarily off and do some of the additional optional shit like the guild turtle. It's a whole lot of trial and error when it comes to some of that additional stuff. And a whole lot of the times when it comes to the super bosses, it feels like cheese. It feels straight up like cheese is the only way to take care of them. But hey, so far, of the games up to this point for Final Fantasy, this is easily my favorite of the 5 that I've played for the channel. Of the main line, not counting, like Chocobo's dungeon and whatnot. Easily my favorite because it has such a wonderful story, wonderful characters, a plot that is interesting, and it's a fantastic game. I see why people have turned this game into a 4-job fiesta thing. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll even delve into doing some of those. A new passage has opened beneath the waves. Save the clear data. Yes. And that is, again, Final Fantasy V. I'm gonna at least load into the thing. It's a wonderful game. I do think, though, that because of how I had approached the game of finding everything as opposed to just casually go through it, it both enhanced and decreased my enjoyment of the game, I suppose, to say. Because I wanted to find everything, I really did, but I didn't know how much additional things I would have had to consider for this, that, and the other thing. Like going to Gilgamesh and possibly missing any of the times that you could steal from him. Or the dick move that is putting Shinryu in one of the final chests of the final dungeon just before an opportunity where you could save your game. Or even worse, after you have just dealt with Omega and, I don't know, feasibly not went back and did that whole thing. So the only other thing besides the Mega Boss Shinryu, which I'm not going to do because that's basically the best way to take care of that thing, is cheese. Too long didn't read version. Blind it, berserk it. Basically nullifies a good chunk of what it can do. There's also, because this is the GBA version, Inuo, the necromancer that everyone's talked about that had initially tapped into the void. I'm not doing that. Just no. The only thing that you really get from it is another job, which is the necromancer. Which sounds cool. I would just want them to make it an option to do before you finish the game, because now that you've beaten the game, Necromancer is in your disposal. There's literally nothing else left to do. Besides beat the game again with a party of Necromancers, I guess. But yeah, that was Final Fantasy V. Fantastic, my favorite of the game's franchise so far. I played for the channel. Wonderful story, wonderful characters, wonderful music, wonderful art, wonderful everything. I'd say that if you can get, like, I'm pretty sure it might be available on Switch, but if it's not available on Switch, see if you can't get, like, a different port of it that's not the Pixel Remaster. There's a lot of quality of lives for the Pixel Remaster, like speed ups and experience and gil and all that fun stuff, time stuff. But there's something about the original sprite work, the original art, that made this feel, I don't know, more original. Like there's more care put into it. It's a weird, it's a weird. I just highly suggest playing one of the older versions of it, simply because it has a lot of that classic charm. And that's pretty much one of the big reasons I'm a sucker for old retro games. Yeah, if you play it casually, unlike me, you're not gonna look at it like a 60-hour playtime like I nearly did. Anyways, I better stop yammering, call it a let's play here. This was wonderful. A wonderful, wonderful game. Had a few blemishes on it that did detract a little bit from the game overall. It's mostly, honestly, the stealing from the bosses thing being a rare chance of the better equipment, but that's it. Solid. High 8s, low 9 out of 10. Great game. Highly suggest Final Fantasy V to basically anyone. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this series as much as I enjoyed playing it. If you want to support the channel, consider dropping a like, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff helps out the channel. If you want to directly donate to the channel to help me improve whether my hardware, the software, recording stuff, getting games for the channel, there's a bunch of links down in the description below. Every little bit helps and also keeps a roof over my head and food in my belly, as well as upgrading stuff for the channel. Do I just jump into Final Fantasy VI right after this? I don't know. We're gonna see how much of a stride, because as far as I know, Final Fantasy V is extremely light in its tone, whereas Final Fantasy VI, it takes a really dark nosedive. Thank you everyone so very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next adventure. Take care. Cheers.